What's going on, guys? Doc Jinzo here with another duel video. Today we're going to be doing Skull Servants versus Gravekeepers. Fairly interesting matchup. Don't see these decks quite that often, so let's go ahead and get this duel underway. First, we're going to start off with a Pot of Extravagance. Going to opt to banish 6 from the extra deck to get that sweet, sweet draw 2. Looks like he's not very happy with what he pulled, as he's going to show you, the viewer. Unorthodox move there, also showing it to his opponent, another unorthodox move. We're all about fun here in a duel like this. Gonna set one, and set some back row. Get that control going since we're playing Gravekeepers. Why not have some back row? Setting 3 and passing the turn. Looks like he did not get his Necro Valley. Skull Servants are not going to draw for the turn. Activating a Charge of the Light Brigade. That's going to get hit with a Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell. The last time you saw that card. Alright, milling 3 for cost off Charge of the Light Brigade though. As Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell only negates the effect of the spell, not cost. And also keeps you from activating that spell, I believe, for the rest of the duel. Showing his hand there as well, a little unorthodox play. Using the effect of White Prince that was dumped off Charge of the Light Brigade. And also White Baking. White Baking will let him add 2 Skull Servants from his deck to his hand. Or cards that specifically list Skull Servant. And White Prince will let him dump 2 to the graveyard. So he's going to dump a vanilla Skull Servant and a Lady in White. And he's going to add a White Prince. Contemplating his options here. Adding a White Mare. Somehow dumping the White Prince. Don't know what effect that was off of. Possibly the White Baking. Not too familiar with all the cards. Next, activating Chaos Space. Dumping a White Baking from hand for cost. So he's going to add a White Dragon Wyver Burster to hand off that Chaos Space. Yes, White Baking did force him to discard the White Prince, which let him get 2 extra dumps. He's going to add a White Dragon Wyver Burster. Normal summoning a Shiranui Solitaire, one of the best zombies, in my opinion. Triggering it to special summon a zombie from the deck. With some restrictions, of course. Special summoning a Unizombie, another one of the best zombies. Activating Unizombie's effect to dump Mizuki to the graveyard. Special summoning a White Dragon Wyver Burster by banishing a Dark type monster from the graveyard. Banishing a Lady in White. Synchroing for 4, since Unizombie is a tuner and he is a level 4, as that dump also increases level. Into a Chaos Ruler Armageddon Dragon. Forgive me if I got the name backwards. It is a very long name, but a very good card. Using its effect to excavate 5. I believe adding a light or dark monster to the hand, and then the rest go to the graveyard. It's going to add the king himself. And Wyver Burster's effect to resolve, letting him add a Black Dragon Call Serpent. Then two wolves will special summon themselves off the excavation. Wolf the Lightsworn Beast. There's pretty strong plays going on here. A lot more than just summon king and swing. And that's the end of the goal. Looks like we're going to be banishing 3 to summon a Chaos Dragon Levianeer, 1 Wyver Burster, 1 Skull Servant, and one of the other Skull Servant cards, I believe, that I can't really see. I believe a White Baking. Reading Chaos Ruler and trying to figure out how he got into this position. Oh, and there's a Super Poly. Pitching a Shrink. Interesting. For cost on the Super Poly. Hitting those 2 cards with the Levianeer, blowing them up. And Gravekeeper Recruiter's effect will go off in a separate chain, letting him search, after special summoning his Starving Venom Fusion Dragon off the Super Polymerization. That was a hell of a play. Adding a Gravekeeper's Commandant to try and get that Necro Valley. Shuffling the cards really hard, trying to figure out what the next play is going to be. Banishing Mizuki to special summon back the Unizombie.
It's all about humanity.
Like we're going to dump King of the Skull Servants off another Unizombie effect, it looks like. I believe that's to decrease his level, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in the comments if I am. Apologize, don't know every card in the game. Looks like we're going to banish off White Prince to special summon back a King of the Skull Servants from the deck. Linking it off to a Link Karibo. Special summoning a Black Dragon Collar Serpent. Or not, because he has no targets. Activating the effect of Danger Mothman in the hand. Interesting run is there as well. A lot of interesting cards here. You don't see them that often. It's nice and refreshing to a degree. It's better than seeing the same plays over and over again that you see in the meta. Oh, and hitting the Danger Mothman. So drawing a card off the Danger Mothman and the Commandant will get pitched off. And then pitching off the Black Dragon Collar Serpent off the Mothman effect as well. Looks like going to be linking 2 to a Nightmare Phoenix. Linking 3 to a Nightmare Unicorn. Unicorn's effect's going to discard to send the Starving Venom back to the deck. Banishing 2 to special summon back the Chaos Ruler, Dragon Armageddon. Special summons back the King of the Skull Servants, it looks like. Then linking forward into an Access Code Talker. And looks like that'll be game. Alright folks, here we are in game 2. Activating a Pot of Extravagance once again to start us off. Opting to banish 6 for that, again, that sweet, sweet draw 2. Again, unorthodox, showing the opponent the cards that you banished. Activating a Necro Valley Throne. Letting him add any Gravekeepers monster. Adding a Gravekeepers Commandant. Looks like we're going to get the Necro Valley this time. Pitched it for him. And also I want to apologize, last game I made an error. King of the Skull Servants was not summoned off the effect of Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon. Chaotic Magical Dragon special summons himself in the graveyard. King of the Skull Servants just got put out by some other effect that I guess I missed. I apologize for that. Necro Valley getting activated, set 1. Normal summoning a Gravekeepers Recruiter. Setting another one. Gotta have that control aspect. We are playing Gravekeepers after all. And passing the turn. Activating a Charge of the Light Brigade. Pitching 3 off the top to search for any Light Sworn. Looks like a misplay is going to occur here. He believes that the Wolf will not get special summoned off its own effect. However, Necro Valley says that a card can be moved from the graveyard if it is by its own effect. So, yes, Wolf would have been able to be special summoned there, but we'll see what happens nonetheless. Alright, looks like we're dumping those two off of White Prince. That was added to hand off White Baking, and King was also added off White Baking. Looks like we're just going to go ahead and normal summon a King of the Skull Servants. Making pretty big. 5k it looks like. It is indeed A big heckin' chonker. Big heckin' chonker is going to swing into the Gravekeepers Recruiter. Activating a Magical Dimension. Interesting play there as well. Going to destroy a spellcaster, let him special summon one from the hand, and then blow up a monster on the field. White Begging is then going to be chained to the Magical Dimension, which Imperial Tombs and Necro Valley will be chained to that, trying to negate it. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a weird interaction here. And it looks like the White Begging will go through. But Recruiter will still add a Gravekeeper's Heretic to his hand. I believe Tomb should have negated the White Baking, but no, yes. It looks like King will then swing over the Gravekeeper Spiritualist, since that all happened in battle phase. Next, a monster will be set, and the turn will be passed. Yes, Imperial Tombs would have gone off, as only targeting is cost for Magical Dimension. But back to the game. Raiden will be normal summoned, and then activate his effect to mill 2. Looks like he's going to mill Chaos Space and an additional Raiden. Looks like we're going to link 2 into Nightmare Phoenix. Phoenix's effect will then pitch a White Prince to blow up Necro Valley. White Prince will then dump. Dump a Vanilla Skull Servant and a Lady in White. Banishing those 3 off White Prince's second effect to special summon a King of the Skull Servants from the deck. Linking those 2 off. Into a Nightmare Unicorn. Unicorn will then pitch a Mizuki to shuffle that back in the deck. Banishing Mizuki to special summon a King of the Skull Servants from the graveyard. And he is going to be a big boy, 6k. And swing directly with those 2 for 8k for game.